A brand new Volkswagen Golf costs 35,000 euros in Germany right now. But what if I told you that in the same country where Volkswagen builds that car, you can buy an entire house for less than the price of that Golf? I am not talking about a pile of bricks in the middle of a field. I am talking about real houses in real towns with hospitals, supermarkets, train stations, high-speed internet, free healthcare, and free university education. While millions of Europeans are drowning in rent, spending 50 to 70% of their salary just to keep a roof over their heads, a small number of people have discovered something that feels almost illegal. German towns where you can buy a home outright, mortgage-free, for less than most people spend on a car. So let me take you through 10 German towns where houses cost less than a new Volkswagen Golf, and where life is not just affordable, it is genuinely beautiful. But first, you need to understand why this is even possible. After German reunification in 1990, hundreds of thousands of young people left small eastern and central German towns for big cities like Berlin, Munich, and Hamburg. They never came back. What they left behind are fully functioning towns with stunning architecture, working hospitals, schools, and railways, but not enough people to fill the houses. Some towns have lost 40 to 50% of their population. And now, local governments are literally desperate for new residents. This is not a housing crisis for you. This is the biggest real estate opportunity in Western Europe right now. And it will not last because investors and remote workers are catching on fast. Let us get into it. Town number 10. At number 10, Görlitz in Saxony, on the Polish border. Population approximately 56,000. Before you think border town means nowhere, let me stop you. Görlitz is widely called the most beautiful town in Germany. Wes Anderson filmed the Grand Budapest Hotel here because the architecture is that stunning. The entire old town survived World War II almost untouched, which is incredibly rare. Now here are the numbers that will make you pause. Apartments sell for 800 to 1,200 euros per square meter. A fully renovated 2-bedroom apartment costs 60,000 to 90,000 euros. That is less than 2 years of rent in Munich for an apartment you own forever. I connected with a British freelance designer in his mid-30s who moved here 4 years ago. He bought a renovated apartment with original wooden floors and 4-meter ceilings for 72,000 euros. His friends in London spend more on rent in 3 years than he spent buying his entire home outright. His monthly cost of living is roughly 900 euros, including everything. He told me the first year felt like he was doing something wrong because the math simply did not make sense. The trade-off is limited. Local employment in cold winters reaching -10 degrees. But with Dresden, 90 minutes by train, and Poland across the bridge for even cheaper groceries. Görlitz delivers European elegance at prices that feel like a system error. Town number 9. At number 9, Chemnitz in Saxony. Population around 245,000, making it a proper city. Chemnitz has the lowest property prices of any major German city. Apartments sell for 600 to 1,100 euros per square meter. You can find older apartments needing renovation for 30,000 to 50,000 euros. But here is what everyone misses. Chemnitz was named European Capital of Culture for 2025, meaning hundreds of millions in investment are flowing in right now. New venues, renovated spaces, and international attention are transforming this city in real time. I talked to a Canadian couple in their early 40s who bought a 3-bedroom Art Nouveau apartment for 85,000 euros. Their total monthly expenses for 2 people come to roughly 1,400 euros. In Toronto, they were spending over 4,000 Canadian dollars on rent alone. The trade-off is Chemnitz carries an image problem within Germany. But the couple told me their actual daily experience has been welcoming and the international community is growing fast. Now, what I have shown you so far is genuinely cheap, but the towns I am about to reveal make even Chemnitz look expensive. If this is opening your eyes, hit that like button because it helps more people discover that these options exist. Let us continue. Town number 8. At number 8, Plauen in Saxony in the Vogtland region. Population approximately 64,000. Plauen might be the most undervalued town on this entire list. Apartments sell for 400 to 800 euros per square meter. You can buy a fully habitable 3-bedroom house for 70,000 to 120,000 euros. Let that sink in. A complete house for the price of a Volkswagen Golf. I spoke with an American retired teacher in her late 50s who moved from Ohio. She bought a renovated 3-bedroom house with a large garden for 68,000 euros. She researched Portugal, Spain, and Greece before discovering Plauen. Nowhere else offered German infrastructure, German healthcare, and German efficiency at these prices. Her monthly expenses run about 750 euros, including everything. The trade-off is significant population declines since reunification, meaning some neighborhoods feel quiet. But for retirees and remote workers who value peace with solid infrastructure, this population decline is precisely what creates your opportunity. Town number 7 at number 7. Sangerhausen, Saxony-Anhalt at the edge of the Harz Mountains. Population approximately 27,000. This is where German real estate enters territory. That makes you question reality. Complete houses with gardens sell for 40,000 to 90,000 euros. I have seen habitable houses listed under 30,000 euros, but Sangerhausen is not just cheap. The Harz Mountains are at your doorstep with hiking trails, historic castles, and the famous Brocken Mountain all within easy reach. I connected with a Dutch couple in their early 60s who sold their small Utrecht apartment for 280,000 euros. They bought a 4-bedroom house with a massive garden for 52,000 euros and renovated it for 30,000 euros. That left them with nearly 200,000 euros in savings. They traded a tiny Dutch apartment for a beautiful German house, a huge garden, mountain access, and enough money to never worry about finances again. Monthly costs come to about 800 euros for 2 people. The trade-off is limited: local employment requiring pension, remote work, or savings. But for the price of a European vacation, you can own a home here outright. Town number 6. At number 6, Hoyerswerda in Saxony. Population approximately 32,000. This town represents perhaps the most extreme German affordability. Hoyerswerda dropped from 70,000 residents in 1981 to 32,000 today. That decline has created prices that feel fictional. Habitable apartments sell for 15,000 to 35,000 euros. Houses range from 50,000 to 100,000 euros. But here is the surprise nobody mentions. The Lusatia region is receiving billions in federal structural funding as Germany transitions from coal. New research institutes, battery factories, and green hydrogen projects are planned within 30 kilometers. These are funded, approved projects, not speculation. I talked to a German engineer in his early 40s who moved from... He bought a renovated 3-bedroom apartment for 38,000 euros. His mortgage payment is 180 euros per month. His former Stuttgart rent was 1,400 euros. He told me it took exactly 1 month to realize he was never going back. The trade-off is Soviet-era architecture in some districts and an ongoing transformation creating temporary disruption. But for anyone who can see 10 years ahead, Hoyerswerda represents buying into an area before billions fundamentally change its value. We are now entering the top 5, and I need to be honest with you. What I am about to reveal next surprised even me during research. These towns combine affordability with a quality of life that genuinely challenges everything you think you know about European living costs. The best is ahead, so stay with me. Town number 5. At number 5, Zwickau in Saxony. Population approximately 87,000. Zwickau hits a sweet spot. Few affordable towns. Cheap, big enough to be a complete city while dramatically cheaper than Western Germany. Property runs 700 to 1,200 euros per square meter. Family houses with gardens cost 100,000 to 180,000 euros. The city has a Volkswagen manufacturing plant providing genuine economic stability. A university, a hospital, shopping centers, and high-speed train connections to Leipzig in 40 minutes. I spoke with an Indian software developer in his late 20s who relocated from Bangalore. He bought a 2-bedroom apartment for 62,000 euros. He was paying 40% of his salary on a small Bangalore apartment. Now he owns his home outright and saves over 60% of his German salary. His train commute to Leipzig takes less time than his old Bangalore commute. The trade-off is Saxony's political perception challenges and automotive industry transformation uncertainty. But the fundamentals of cheap property, industrial employment, and excellent transport create a combination that is objectively undervalued right now. Town number 4. At number 4. Eisleben. In Saxony, Anhalt, the birthplace of Martin Luther. Population approximately 24,000. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Property here sells for 350 to 750 euros per square meter. You can own a piece of a UNESCO World Heritage Town for less than 1 year of rent in Frankfurt. Houses with character and history range from 45,000 to 110,000 euros. I connected with a British history teacher in his 50s who bought a 4-bedroom half-timbered house near the town center for 78,000 euros. The house has original timber beams from the 1700s. Tourists photograph his house while he drinks coffee in his kitchen. Monthly costs for 2 people run about 850 euros. The trade-off is small-town economy requiring remote work or commuting to Halle, which is 35 minutes by train. But for anyone who values living surrounded by centuries of heritage without paying heritage prices, Eisleben is genuinely unique in all of Europe. Town number 3. At number 3. Altenburg. In Thuringia. Population approximately 31,000. Altenburg is where German affordability meets genuine lifestyle quality in a way that feels almost unfair. A spectacular Renaissance castle overlooks a beautifully preserved old town. Property prices run 400 to 900 euros per square meter. Beautiful townhouses sell for 60,000 to 130,000 euros. But here is what truly separates Leipzig is only 45 minutes away by direct train. You commute to one of Germany's fastest growing, most dynamic cities while living where your money goes 5 times further. I talked to a young German couple in their early 30s, both working in Leipzig. They bought a 3-bedroom townhouse with a courtyard garden for 88,000 euros. Their mortgage is 320 euros per month. Their friends in Leipzig pay 900 euros rent for smaller apartments. They saved enough in 2 years to renovate their entire upper floor. The commute takes 45 minutes door to door, less than most people spend commuting within Berlin or Munich. The trade-off is small town life outside working hours. But with Leipzig under an hour away, you earn city wages while spending small town money. That combination barely exists anywhere else in Western Europe. Town number 2. At number 2, Weißenfels, Saxony-Anhalt on the Saale River. Population, approximately 40,000! Weißenfels sits in an extraordinary geographic sweet spot. Leipzig is 30 minutes south. Halle is 30 minutes north. Jena is 60 minutes southwest. You are centered in one of Germany's most culturally rich corridors, while paying some of the country's lowest prices. Family houses range from 70,000 to 150,000 euros. I spoke with a South African couple in their late 40s who spent 2 years researching every affordable region in Europe. Portugal was too far from economic centers. Spain had visa complications. Eastern Europe had infrastructure concerns. Germany solved everything. They bought a renovated 4-bedroom house near the river for 95,000 euros. Monthly family expenses run about 1,800 euros for 4 people. Their children attend free schools. University will be free when they are older. The trade-off is some industrial districts that are not attractive and a modest cultural scene locally. But the geographic positioning between 2 major cities means you are never more than 30 minutes from everything a city offers. And as the Leipzig-Halle metropolitan region expands, Weißenfels property values have nowhere to go but up. Before I reveal number 1, think about this. Every town on this list offers homes cheaper than a Volkswagen Golf. But the top town does something none of the others quite achieve. It combines affordability with a quality of life that makes it not just cheap, but genuinely desirable. This is not about finding the lowest price. It is about finding where value, beauty, infrastructure, and opportunity meet perfectly. Town number 1. At number 1, Duderstadt and the surrounding Eichsfeld region in Lower Saxony. Population approximately 20,000 in Duderstadt, with surrounding villages adding 15,000 more. Here is why this area takes the crown. It delivers something almost impossible to find anywhere in Western Europe. Genuinely affordable property in a stunningly beautiful medieval town with direct access to a world-class university city. Duderstadt has over 600 half-timbered houses, many from the 1500s and 1600s. The town wall is largely intact. The market square looks like a fairy tale illustration. Half-timbered houses in the old town sell for 80,000 to 160,000 euros. Family houses in surrounding villages run 70,000 to 140,000 euros. The critical factor is Göttingen, home to one of Europe's most prestigious universities and multiple Max Planck institutes. sitting just 25 minutes away. World-class healthcare at Chemnitz University Hospital is under 30 minutes from your door. Schools in the region perform above national averages. I talked to an Australian academic couple in their early 50s who left a mortgage in Sydney costing $3,200 Australian dollars monthly for a small unit. They bought a renovated 400-year-old half-timbered house in Duderstadt, Essel town, for 115,000 euros and own it outright. Monthly expenses for a family of 4 run about 2,100 euros. Healthcare is free. University will be free for their kids. They calculated savings of over 40,000 euros per year compared to Sydney. He told me some mornings he walks through medieval streets to get bread from the bakery and genuinely cannot believe this is his actual life. It feels like you are cheating the system because the quality of life to cost ratio simply does not make rational sense. The trade-off is the region is culturally conservative. Winters drop below -5 degrees. Medieval houses sometimes need specialized renovation, but for families, academics, remote workers, and retirees wanting a storybook European life on a modest budget, the Eichsfeld region delivers what no other affordable location in Western Europe can match. So there you have it. 10 German towns where houses cost less than a Volkswagen Golf and where life quality rivals places 10 times more expensive. Let me be completely honest about what this requires. German language is essential for small town life. English gets you through the first month, not the first year. Bureaucracy is real and sometimes maddening. Cultural adjustment takes genuine effort. Winters are cold across every town on this list, but the mathematics are undeniable. Someone paying 1,500 euros monthly rent in London, Amsterdam, or Paris spends 180,000 euros over 10 years and owns absolutely nothing. That same money buys a house outright in any of these towns with enough left over to live comfortably for years. Property costs across these 10 towns range from 30,000 euros to 160,000 euros. Monthly living costs range from 750 to 2,100 euros depending on family size. These are genuinely achievable numbers for ordinary people. These towns are not glamorous. They will not impress anyone at dinner parties, but they offer something expensive cities cannot. A home you own. Healthcare that works. Education that is free. Time that belongs to you. And a quality of daily life that no amount of city rent can ever buy. Would you trade urban prestige for genuine financial freedom in one of Europe's most stable countries? Which town surprised you the most? Tell me honestly in the comments because I genuinely want to know if you made it this far. You are serious about this. Subscribe now because I am building something real here. Content that shows genuine options without selling impossible dreams. Hit like so. This reaches people who need to know these possibilities exist. Your future self will thank you for exploring this.